Hello everyone. Today we will discuss the new topic, that is step response of non-interacting multi-capacity control system. Now let us see how I justify the title. All of you know that what is multi-capacity control system. Whenever there is a flow of mass or energy through series of two or more than two first order control system, that system is called as the multi-capacity control system. And what do you mean by non-interacting multi-capacity control system? We have seen that multi-capacity control systems are classified as interacting multi-capacity control system and non-interacting multi-capacity control system. And we have seen the derivation for both. Now, non-interacting multi-capacity control system is that system in which the output of the tank 2, suppose I have considered two tank non-interacting multi-capacity control system. So suppose if I change the output of the tank number 2, that will not affect the head in the tank number 1, or you can say that the head in the tanks are independent to each other or in a non-interacting manner. But now we have to see how does this system react if we will give it a step input. That will be called as the step response of non-interacting multi-capacity control system. And you know better that what is step response. Step forcing function. If you want to study the step response, you have to give the step forcing function. And the step forcing function is defined as when the value of the input was increased from its initial value and then was kept constant for the subsequent values of the time, that is called as the step forcing function. And when I will give this step forcing function to my two non-interacting first order multi-capacity control system, what response equation I will get, that we have to study. We know that for single first order system, the step response equation is m into 1 minus e to the power minus t by tau. So what equation come when I will give step forcing function to non-interacting multi-capacity control system? That derivation we have to see today. Now for this, I know that the transfer function of non-interacting control system, that is G of S is equal to Q2 of S divided by Q0 of S is equal to 1 upon 1 plus tau 1 of S into 1 plus tau 2 of S. This derivation we have proved at the last time, and we found that the transfer function of the non-interacting multi-capacity control system is this. Now in order to solve this, what I will assume that consider that tau 1 is equal to tau 2. So in spite of writing tau 1 is equal to tau 2, I will write tau 2. And I will put this in equation number 1. So what I will get? I will get G of S is equal to Q2 of S, that is the outlet of the tank number 2, divided by input to the tank number 1, Q0 of S is equal to 1 upon 1 plus tau S whole square. Let us consider this as the equation number 2. Now it is time to give the step input to this particular system. So for that system, always remember that whenever we want to study the response equation, we give forcing function or input, and that input is given to the input variable only. That's why you will get the change in the output variable. So what you have to do? Now if unit change is given to the input, what is the input variable in this equation? That is Q0 of S. So I will consider that I have given a unit, means 1 magnitude step change to the input variable, therefore Q2 of T is equal to 1, suppose. Therefore, taking the Laplace transform of Q0 of T is equal to 1, I will get Q0 of S is equal to 1 by S. This is equation number 3. And I will put this equation number 3 in here in equation number 2. So what equation I will get? This thing. I will directly get Q2 of S is equal to, this will be go there. Okay. So this is equal to 1 by this S into 1 plus tau S whole square. Or you can say, I will get this tau square as a common, and I will get 1 upon S into tau square into S plus 1 by tau whole square. So this is my equation that I have write properly. Q2 of S is equal to, I can also write this in this form, 1 by tau square into S plus 1 by tau square is equal to, is equation number 4. Now always remember that if there is such a formula existed, that you can directly take the inverse Laplace transform of this variable, the equation is solved, the problem is solved. Because what we are studying the response, and response is always in terms of the t variable. Now here we have seen the variable is in S domain, So in order to convert this S domain to T domain, because we want to study response, and response is always in terms of time, T1, T2, T3, T4, how the response is getting varied with respect to time. Therefore, I have to take the inverse Laplace transform of this equation. And as there is no direct formula existed to determine inverse Laplace transform, I have to solve it by the traditional method, and that is solving by the partial fraction method. So equation 4 can be solved by the partial fraction method. I have written here the partial fraction method, that is 1 by tau square into s plus 1 by tau square, and according to the partial fraction method I can write C1 by s plus C2 by s plus 1 by tau plus C3 by s plus 1 by tau square. So this is the formula for the partial fraction method. I have made the fractions of this denominator with respect to this constant C1, C2 and C3. And now I know that if C1, C2, C3 value if I have determined, then I can take simply the inverse Laplace transform of this equation, inverse Laplace transform of this equation, and inverse Laplace transform of this equation. But for that purpose, I have to determine what is the value of C1, what is the value of C2, and what is the value of C3. So in order to determine this C1, C2, C3, I have to do some mathematical calculations or algebraic calculation. So what I will do, this is suppose equation number 5. This is the most important equation because I will put here now the values of C1, C2, C3 when I will determine it. So very first, I will multiply equation 5 by the whole denominator s into s plus 1 by tau square to all this equation. So when I will multiply this, I will get Q2 of s is equal to this will be get cancelled by this, so I will get here 1 by tau square is equal to C1, this s will be get cancelled with this s, I will get here s plus 1 by tau square plus this C2 into this s will be get cancelled by this s, so I will get here C2s into s plus 1 by tau plus this will be get cancelled by this, and I will get here C3 into s. This is equation number 6. Now from this equation number 6, what I have to determine? I have to determine what is the value of C1, what is the value of C2 and what is the value of C3. It seems to be now less difficult to me. Let us say how. I have to just put here the different values of s, and accordingly I will get the value of C1, C2 and C3. So this is little bit a mathematical calculation or algebraic calculation. So let us see how to calculate this value of C1, C2 and C3. I have written here directly. If you will put s is equal to 0, if I will put s is equal to 0, both these terms will be get disappear and I will get the value of C1. So if I will put here s is equal to 0, then simply I will get the value of C1 is equal to 1. So one task is over. Now if I will put s is equal to minus 1 by tau, so I will put here s is equal to minus 1 by tau, here I will put s is equal to minus 1 by tau, so both these terms will be get vanished and I will get here the value of C3. So if I will put s is equal to minus 1 by 2, minus 1 by tau, then I will get the value of C3 is equal to minus 1 by tau. Next, if in order to calculate the value of C2, in order to calculate the value of, we have determined C1, we have determined C3, only the value to determine remain was to determine the value of C2. Well, I will give you the very short form for that. What you do, you just differentiate equation 6 with respect to s. Once you differentiate equation 6 with respect to s, this equation will become simple. And once it becomes simple, you just put the value of s is equal to 0. And after putting s is equal to 0, you also put the value of C1 and C3 there, and definitely you will get the value of C2, and the value of C2 is equal to minus 1. So up till now we have seen how to determine the value of C1, C2 and C3 because I want to put that into equation number 5. So what I got the value of C1 is equal to 1, I got the value of C2 is equal to minus 1, I got the value of C3 is equal to minus 1 by tau. And all of these I am going to put in equation number. So we have got the value of C1 is equal to 1, value of C2 is equal to minus 1 and value of C3 is equal to minus 1 by tau. Let us put these values in equation number 5. When you put the value of 1, C1, C2 and C3 in equation number 5, it becomes equation number 6. Let us see here. Therefore Q2 of S is equal to C1 is 1, so 1 by S minus 1 divided by s plus 1 by tau minus 1 by tau into s plus 1 by tau square. So equation 5 now converted into the equation number 6. Now the next step will be taking inverse Laplace transform. because why? We want to determine the response, and the response is always in T domain. So we have to convert this S domain into T domain, and S domain can be converted into the T domain simply by taking the inverse Laplace transform. And now it is quite easy to take inverse Laplace transform of equation number 6. So inverse Laplace transform of Q2 of S is equal to Q2 of T is equal to inverse Laplace transform of 1 by S is equal to 1. Inverse Laplace transform of minus 1 upon S plus 1 by tau is e to the power minus t by tau. And inverse Laplace transform of 1 by tau into S plus 1 by tau square. So 1 by tau is common. So inverse Laplace transform of 1 by S plus 1 by tau square is equal to e t into e to the power minus t by tau. So Q2 of t becomes 1 minus e to the power minus t by tau minus t by tau into e to the power minus t by tau. So let us take e to the power minus t by tau as a common. So when you take e to the power minus t by tau as a common, you will get Q2 of t is equal to 1 minus e to the power minus t by tau into 1 plus t by tau. Always remember, this is the most important equation because this is the response equation. This is the state response equation of This is the state response equation of non-interacting multi-capacity control system. So you can compare this with your first order system. What happened in the first order system? When a first order system was given state change, the response equation was m into 1 minus e to the power t by tau. 1 minus m into 1 minus e to the power minus t by tau. While now it has become this type, 1 minus e to the power minus t by tau into 1 plus t by tau. Now what I will do? If I want to sketch the response curve, I have to sketch the response curve as time versus response. So let us see, I will put here, I have just calculated the values of the Q2 of the response with respect to time constant. So here, if I will put time constant 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or if I will put the value of t by tau is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I will get the value of Q2 of t. So simply put here the value of t by tau is equal to 1, here 1, t by tau is equal to 2, here 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and you will get the response this type. Q2 of t is equal to, after one time constant, the response will be reaches its 0.26% of the magnitude. Means 26% of its magnitude or 0.26 of the magnitude value. After time constant 2, the response will be reaches to 0.6 of its magnitude. After 3, after 4, after 5, and after 6 time constant, your response will be reaches to 98% of the value of the magnitude. So here I have sketched the graph. Let us see here. The x-axis denotes the values of the time constant, and the y-axis denotes the value of the response of the non-interacting first order system arranged in series for state change. And I have just sketched this value on this graph. So let us see how I got this type of the graph. This is the graph for, you can say as, for non-interacting control system. This graph is for non-interacting system. Non-interactive system. Here you can see, if you want to compare this response with respect to your only single tank system or for first order system, then you know what is the graph for only the state change. For state change, the graph was this time. Means you know that after one time constant, your response was reaches to 0.63%. While after one time constant in non-interacting manner, your response is reaches to only 0.26%. So if this is for single tank system or only for first order system, and this is for non-interacting system, you can see that the response of the non-interacting first order system, the state response for non-interacting first order system is becomes sluggish. The response is not as steeper as for single tank system. You can say that this is for single tank system, and this is for two tank system. This is for two tank system arranged in non-interacting manner. So this is the clear distinction between this is the clear comparison between only single tank system and double tank system which are arranged in non-interacting manner. So we can conclude that the final equation for the state forcing function becomes y2 of t or q2 of t equal to 1 minus e to the power minus t by tau into 1 plus t by tau, and from the graph you can see that the response of the two non-interacting systems arranged in series is somewhat sluggish as compared to the single tank system. So this is the clear distinction between these